Hello, YouTubers. Yeah, this is part three of how to destroy GM mode, and again, we're starting to really see things going well for for the franchise here. And again, I just want to kind of go over a couple things that we're looking for in every off season. This is kind of a reminder of where we left off with our lineup. Remember, we won the championship first year, and then we got all the way to the Western Conference Finals, where Golden State knocked us out last year. But I think we have the team to be able to really go after them this year. And I want to show what kind of happens as these contracts are starting to end. As you notice, we have a couple 1 years, but the 1 year with Brandon Ingram, he's automatically on a 2-2. So, and same thing with Bender. So we're going to be able to get him back. But a lot of these other guys with these 2 years, so we're starting to get to a point where after the season, we're going to have to let go of some people and pick up some people, and I'll show you exactly how all that'll work. But as far as this season, we're pretty much good. Before every season begins, the first thing you want to do is you want to go into training. And you just want to make sure that everybody that's on your roster is set to very high. That way, you're getting the absolute max out of that. And other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go for this season. There's not a whole lot that needs to be changed. It's just more or less how well we're going to be able to do. Let's check this out. Let's go ahead and sim the season. But I do want to get to a point where at least I show you guys how to kind of go through the what I call the recycle phase. Um, and it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. Let's see here. I don't know how we're losing with the team that we currently have, and this will start to happen. Again, you're gonna have players that are upset. They're like, "Hey, we're growing, but we're not getting any minutes." But hey, if you look at where Holmes is right down here. He's just not quite there to be able to get into our starting lineup, and he'll have more trade value at the end of the year. So there's no reason for me to rush trading him when I have 2 years left on his contract. He can sit there and stew about that. But notice that you don't actually talk to him to promise him anything or to do anything, because the moment that you do that, they'll claim that see, and this they'll do that, whatever. But you don't want to break promises. That'll take the GM to not liking you about down like 30% versus what was that 3%. Care. Um, yeah, always pick not hard. I don't care how much he complains, because in all honesty, it really does not matter. Here we go. Now our team's starting to do what they should have been doing from the beginning of the season, winning. Uh, yeah, because again, this is a good squad that we have already together. Obviously, we can do a little bit more, but let's see what we got. This team should be performing at a higher level than this, but again, we'll wait for the off season to again make any moves. I still think we have the right pieces. It's just a matter of, again, yeah, you just let this guy complain. I don't even know why he stopped. But this is some of the things that people run into at GMO where they feel like, oh, we got to talk with that guy. We got to talk with that guy. You can, but you're just going to be denying and coddling or denying and telling them the hard truth. Hey, you're not good enough to be a starter on this particular squad right now. But he will have trade value at the end of the season, so that's fine. There we go. Go. 15-8. There we go. See, still complaining. So don't worry about it. We'll trade you at the end of the year. It'll be somebody else's problem next season when hopefully you develop a little bit more. The only problem is sometimes when they get into that negative aspect, it brings down their overall rating, and then their trade value may go down a little bit. But it is what it is. Again, he's under contract. I don't feel any need to push for anything right this second. Uh, would you like to improve? Now, improve, I normally choose depth. It's kind of the way out of that question. Look at that. We started off with those losses at the beginning of the year, but now we're 20-10. So yeah, our team's obviously rebounding well. Yeah, but again, we should definitely have the talent to be competing at a very high level here. You know, I know that sometimes, and I think that this is why a lot of people avoid jam mode is just because of the extra buttons. But again, you can create some amazing teams. I really like all the different dynamics that go into it. Even though you do get stopped a lot of times as you're trying to just roll through seasons. Um, so so again, Chris Paul's happy with his teammates. Anytime that one of your starting five guys, wants to talk to you about something like that, you coddle him, you say, "Cool," 'cause again, he's telling you he's happy. That's what we want to hear from Chris Paul. I think we ended up paying him $30 million a season. We definitely want him to be playing well. So yeah, here we go, 28-11. This looks like to me we're probably going to be a 50 to 60 win team. I don't know exactly what place in the conference because we're in the Western Conference, which makes things infinitely more difficult. Because again, to me, the West is a lot stronger than the East. So here we go. So we have 30 and 14, or 29 and 14. Come on, we have 30 and 14. There we go. Yeah, he's still complaining. This is the type of guy you want to get rid of too on your team. He's just constantly he's just not a happy dude. Um, you know what? I'll at least check. Let's see if somebody's willing to give me something for him. But I'm not just going to give him away. But at the same point, this guy's being a troublemaker on my team. He's becoming not worth it. And I'll see. I'll see if he has value now, or if not, I'll trade him at the end of the year. No big deal. But either way, wow, slow. Come on, game. Yeah, not interested in that. Not interested in that. Suns lottery pick, but guy, let's see here. Even at this point, even that's fine. I mean, you remember we got Rashad Holmes. He was a 69, and we just got a first round draft pick for him. Granted, it may not be the greatest first round draft pick, but we did get a first round draft pick for him. Now we just picked up a new player. Anytime you pick up a new player, you got to make sure that you add them to the training schedule. There we go. And again, if you just move a piece like that, it shouldn't take down the team chemistry that much. You don't want it, but that's one of the reasons that I do typically wait to make moves to the off season is because I don't want to destroy team chemistry in the middle part of the season. If we had to battle some team chemistry at the beginning part of the year, that's fine. You can complain, but realistically, we really did not drop very much. And see, now you just have a new one, and it's because all your guys, like I said, when you're playing GM mode, you want to lock those. You really want to lock in those guys for cheap and get them to those 4-year deals. Yes, they're gonna cry about it right here, but guess what? Now I'm gonna get first round draft picks for each one of those guys, and you never know where those picks are gonna land. And then that's how you continue to rebuild and stay strong through year after year after year. And you just know this: you sign 2 max contracts, and then the rest of the guys you're trying to develop. That way you have guys around those 2 superstars that you do choose to pay, and that's how you stay dominant forever. um, it's great. So I'm not saying they'll win the championship every year with these type of teams, but, although if you do it right, you definitely could win a lot in a row. Um, but yeah, so this is a big part of it. Let's see. Oh, it's one of these. With the All-Star break, you got to be careful with these when they do these. You don't want to promise them more minutes. I just do it, guy your back, type of thing. But you don't want to do that because then now you've made a promise to a player. You never want to make any promises as a GM. You're trying to avoid all of that in GMO, which is kind of funny because you think that that would be exactly what this should be about. You see that both these guys now want more minutes. We may be able to trade that dude we just traded for midway through the season. I will laugh if we're able to trade him for another draft pick. But you're going to see that in the next couple of seasons here, we're going to be stockpiling draft picks. It's going to be really crazy. Just because you can't pay everybody. You're developing guys too fast to be able to keep everybody. And so I'll show you guys exactly what to do to stay ahead of everybody else and to continue to have a dominant team. And yes, sometimes you're going to get players who are a little bit upset about the role that they're being given. But at the end of the day, that does not really matter very much to me. Here we go. It's about winning. It's about winning, right? So, and then we'll check out and see how our players have developed up to the playoffs too. Once we get in there, looks like right now we're currently in second place. I don't know if we'll get to first place or not, but even second place in the West is still really impressive. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay. I always felt might accomplish the inferior team. That does not bother me. You can believe whatever you want. Um, so, anyways, yeah, I'm just not going to do those. Let's see here. I'm curious to see where they're rating our guys. Chris Paul's at a 93. Brandon Ingram is at a 91. DeRozan's at a 91. Bender's all the way to an 85. Jay Stokes is up to an 82. Bruce Weber, again, you got to remember where I got these guys. Remember, J.J. Stokes was a 71 when I got him. Bronte Weber was a 69. Brogan was a 69. This guy was a 69. And you built them up, and now just wait till you see. I mean, I'm going to be able to get a lot for those guys, and that's how you restart over again and over and over and over. But yeah, I'll show you as we go through this. It's the one bad thing, I guess, about signing those 4-year contracts up front was that you didn't get a chance to see as much of this yet. Where we're going to be transforming a team pretty much all at once. All right, so here's our battle again. Golden State got us last year. Looks like they may get us again. Oh, we're tied up. Oh, see, they're up 3-2. Looks like Golden State might have our number again. Oh, we're all tied up. Oh, they got us. We got it to game 7. Oh, wait, no, never mind. We did make the finals. Against the 76ers, huh? Wow, 76ers waxed us. Wow. I'm going to choose stay together, even though that may not always be the case. Very, very surprised that we ended up losing the finals this year. It's so weird. The first year when I didn't have as much talent as I have now, I win the chip, but hey, that's what happens sometimes. All right, so. There we go. So get the draft lottery. And never get feedback. Okay, so. Oh, well, look at that. We just got the number 1 pick in the draft already from the New York Knicks. They're helping us. All right, here we go. So that's amazing right there. We'll go ahead and just want to make sure I have everybody still. Yep, I had everybody for 1 more year. And then I'll have to be able to re-sign those guys. But the next thing here I want to be able to do is let's check out some of these guys that are on 1-year deals. Man, so J.R. Stokes is on one of those deals. We'll have to see. We may end up paying him. Obviously, well, Bronte. I don't know. I think it's going to be. You know what? I'm going to wait till after the draft, since I have some pieces. I want to see who I end up getting with that number 1 pick. Let's see here. Okay. So Mackenzie. No, why not? All right. All right. Well, that tells me though. So now I know that I'm going to be getting a really good center coming in. Yeah, so we have Bender. Bender will resign. But that now means that we can trade Bender after the draft.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft.
After the draft, because he's one of those I had to re-sign as a free agent, to a new rookie contract. And then once I do that, I can go ahead. I can trade him away. Here we go. Still can't believe that I got the #1 pick in the draft from trading some guys. Let's see here. Now we go ahead. We add McKenzie. Let's see how he ends up actually rating out.
With the first pick in the NBA draft, Michael McKenzie from Pacific University.
Come on, BI. Come on. Oh, 82 right off the jump. Oh, yeah, we're going to be
trading. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select
which is
Rick
good,
Farley.
I don't think I can trade right this second, though. Okay. Well, at least not there. Okay.
From Stanford University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select.
You'll see what I end up doing with that. A lot of times I check one thing
in the NBA draft.
Anything else.
The Utah Jazz select
29 like this.
Joshua Clark
from
Duke University. With the fifth pick, with the seventh pick, we have a trade to announce.
You know, that way you at least, you know, that then you get to see how many stars they are, so you get to see how fast they'll develop. That's
with the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select
really determines
the power forward from Greece.
Able to accelerate their growth.
With the ninth pick in the with the 10th pick in the NBA, we have a trade to announce.
Second, come on.
With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Rudolph Theis from the University of Connecticut.
What I'll typically do here, I'll still want to know who the scout says. I'm not going to get another center anyways, so I don't even care what that is actually. Trade finder, 12, 29. Oh, we have 12 and 19. Let's see if we trade all three of these if somebody gives us a higher pick for this year. The advantage of getting these rookies again is that you're going to get them for a cheap price tag for a lot of years. Let's see. This. Let's try just 12 and 29, and then 12 and 19. You notice that's what I'm talking about stars. Notice he's only a 1.5. I want them to be at least 3 stars for me to want to trade. And then I want them to be young kids to be able to trade. You know, they're saying we got a bad draft, maybe. I don't know. Here we go. Let's try 12 and 19. Let's see here. Oh, come on. Come on. Wow, I'm just not getting a whole lot of. Well, I'm not getting a whole lot of love out of this. I may just end up picking up somebody here. Let's see. That was said. If that said 19 and 20 right here, I would take it. But it doesn't. Or I'm sorry, 20 and 21. Yeah, I'd want 2 picks if I was going to go out that way. I don't want another high contract guy. It's the whole reason why I go after young guys all the time. Is I don't want the high pay range guys because I can only afford 1 or 2 of those guys, and then the rest of my team I won't have anybody left. I just don't see the point in that. Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna have to take a look and try to figure out who I should draft. Saying this guy's supposed to be number 5 overall, and he's a point guard. Screw it. Let's do it. You're supposed to go 5th overall.
With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, Wendell McCarty from the University of Arizona.
Hopefully he ends up being something special.
We have a trade to announce.
We'll see where he ends up because he's probably not. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe he's at least a guy that I can grow. Because that's what we're looking for.
With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Joey
You'll see what I'm talking
Sharp. We
about.
have a
Like, this is
trade
the
to
most
announce.
expensive part. Once you master this part that I'm about to show you after this draft, that is when you will just start going
With the
through literary
14th
GM
pick
mode.
in the NBA draft, the Cleveland
It's
Cavaliers
dominant.
select Bobby Barrett from. We have a trade to announce.
Hello? That's when I get to 19.
With the 15th pick in the
Try to
NBA
trade
draft,
19 and 29
the Orlando
together,
Magic
maybe
select
get something.
with the 18th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select the 21-year-old shooting guard from Kansas State University.
PF Neely. Actually, I could use the PF. I may just take that. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to sim down because I don't even care about that 29th pick. All right.
With the 19th pick
It's
in
too
the
hard to
NBA
trade.
draft,
I can
Neil
get any
Neely
kind of
from the
value
University
for that
of
29th
Louisville.
pick. And I want to make these videos. I don't want to make them so long that people don't want to stay here and watch them. So anyway, so we got McKenzie there, which is always good. Well, let's go ahead. We need to get all the way down here to free agency because then I'll actually be able to see exactly what's happening. So the first thing that we notice here is we need to trade Bender, and we should be able to get something pretty good for Bender. Let's see. Because again, he's young. He hasn't gotten that big contract yet. You're trading him on the last year of his contract. But we just drafted another kid to do what this guy is supposed to do. Look at this. I'm getting 2 first-round picks from the Pistons. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we just got 2 first-round picks for Bender. Again, remember, he's like a 17th or 18th pick, I think, last in my first season. So, I mean, he didn't even, it's not even like he went all that high. Let's see here. So now we want to look for the players outside of Ingram because I'm going to probably keep Ingram for a while. Chris Paul's got 1 more year left before I had to make that decision. DeRozan is an interesting one. Let's see. Otherwise, I may just write out DeRozan and just go into something else. Ooh, look at that. The opportunity to go quite a bit younger, which, ooh, look at that. That's interesting. Campaign. Definitely want Mike Conley in that pick. These are both 1 year guys. At least I get Drew Holiday back. I think I can play with that, but with giving them DeRozan, they may not be as bad as that anymore. I don't need a center though. That's the issue. Sacramento. This is another interesting type scenario. Wow. I don't think I can pass on that. Like that's a really nice first round pick, and they're giving me a guy that I can develop. He's 21. I'm guessing that's with the +2 on them. I'm gonna go. I'll do that. Let's see here. Yeah, we're still before the point where I can still grab some players as needed. Stokes, and then let's see, just Paul. Bronte Weber says he can play shooting guard, but we probably should move him. Let's see here. Bronte is going to be a problem this year. Again, this is the part where we're like, okay, we got 1 year guys. Let's get some draft picks, and that way we can keep building and having that dominant team every year. Search. We're going to get a draft pick. Okay, we just got another draft pick. As you're seeing, I mean, again, we paid nothing for these guys that we're trading right now. We build them, we move them. It's kind of how the game works here. So Again, he's a 1-year guy. I don't want to resign anybody, so at least not any of these guys. I just want to leave those 2 big salaries for, I want to have 2 big salaries to pay guys. So let's see here. Yeah, Magic will give me a first round pick. Cool. Again, you want to make sure you get value out of all these guys that you developed them. You gave them their start when nobody else has given them an opportunity. Um, you gave them one on your squad. I have to check some things here. Yeah, before I move those guys. So we do have a couple other ones, but yeah, it's 2 years, 2 years. 1 year on Crawford. Um, point guard 22. So, but yeah, I mean, these guys are lower on the food chain though. Let's see here. 3 years, 1 year in the Starks. Yeah, so we just got him. That's right. He's the one that I think has a 1+2. Whereas Glenn Robinson needs to go. That was what I was looking for. I was looking for which other piece may need to go. And then I'll be taking off one other thing. Well, they're really pushing for. Yeah, whenever you see certain things on there, like, you're like, wow, they're really trying to push Brook Lopez off that team. So Brook Lopez is not a bad player. He's not what I'm looking for my team right now, but he is a good player. Like, to see them practically kind of giving him away, you're just like, okay. Yeah, okay. Um, this comes down to it, though. Now we only have one guy who's making big time money, although Brandon Ingram's contract is going to be coming up, and he's going to be a guy I want to sign. And then I have to decide what I want to do with CP3. By the time his contract ends with me, he's going to be 36. So I'll be honest with you, I'll be looking to trade him at the end of next season. I'm also going to need another power forward. So next season is going to be the one where you're really, or at least I'm really going to have some work cut out for me. I want to see where I am in regards to the cap. I have about 32 million underneath the cap, but you got to remember when we pay Brandon Ingram, he's going to get about 20 million, maybe more. So I want to make sure that I leave enough open cap space for that. I want to make sure I keep Ingram. He's 21. I want to keep that dude. I mean, look at how fast he's already developed to that point. This is going to be him and Mackenzie's team. Mackenzie's going to grow. Stokes, as we already seen, has already grown a lot. I'll be able to trade him, especially if I can get another power forward. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. We can sign one more free agent, which is cool. And again, you got to have 13 to 15 guys because of my method where I'm trying to trade guys after I develop them for picks. I obviously always want my roster to have to have the pieces to be able to do that. So let's see here. Let's go down here. Yeah, that's even fine. But still, take this guy. I was just looking for Young around 70. Because then look at this, we're paying 1.3, and again, by the time we trade him, he's going to be an 84, 85 player probably. And then any team in the league, I mean, they'll see the price tag, and they'll be the ones that decide to actually pay him, not us. Let's see here. Okay, so again, you may be wondering, more or less, why didn't I do even more? And again, the reason is I want to leave that cap space open. I know I'm going to be trading CP3 after this year. I know that I need to sign Brandon Ingram. So I have to be ready that he's going to be one of those 2 guys that's going to get paid. And since I know Chris Paul is going to be leaving at the end of next season, I figure we give this team one last run before we break it up. Right? So we'll give Chris Paul permission to shoot as well. We'll go ahead. We'll give rebounding McKenzie, Nate Stokes, good perimeter shooting. Rogan. We need to give rebounding to both of our backup bigs, Stapleton and wow, we really depleted ourselves a little bit on our bigs, but that's okay. So, he's too close to 80, which is good and bad. And I'll explain that. Yeah, so here we go. We are almost done, guys. I know that this is kind of a longer one, but again, next season will be 2 just because of the fact that you just look at it and you go, okay, well, next year we got to get rid of Chris Paul, and then there's going to be other things we have to do. This is when GM's mode starts to become more engaging. You're having to really go after it and figure stuff out. But we still have a good team, and we're doing it the right way. We're going to be able to pay our star player at the end of this, for the season. Show you guys exactly how that works as we go into our video, into our 4th video on this. It is taking a minute here for this to load, but as you can kind of see, I hope you guys can at least kind of see what we're doing. There's only a couple steps left for this video, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'll stop it because I know I've been going on forever. You guys are probably getting sick of hearing me talk here. So I don't know why it's taking so long to load here. My apologies on that. Come on, game. Come on. Come on. Come on, game. Come on. So, yep, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. Come on. Come on. Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. So, yep, here we go. We're 98%. Oh, good Lord. I keep thinking, I'm like, oh, okay, well, now it's a 97. It's going to start to fly. It's going to be like the old Microsoft bars, that would be like, you are at 25%, and then all of a sudden you're magically at 100. It was like, whoop. So it was just disproportionate to how fast it was going. This is, again, it's been going slow. This happened to me the other day, too, where it was taking so long that I almost was about to close the game out and restart it. I don't know what's going on with that. So it's just kind of bogus. But I guess what can you do? So, yeah, 99% still. Now it says 100. Here we go. Finally. So here we go with that. And go ahead. And again, this is, the first thing we do whenever we're going to do these is, again, we got to go and, I wanted to training, but did not go there. We go into player training. We want to make sure that everybody is very high because we obviously want our players to develop as quickly as possible. Now notice that there are going to be more of these guys because, again, we dropped a lot of guys that were on our team. But another thing I'll have you guys notice is we're continuing to get younger as we're getting stronger, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. And there we go. So yeah, everybody's where they're supposed to be. And this is what I'm talking about, is with GM mode, one thing is always look at how young the second half of this roster is. It's just very, very, very young. We're moving in the right direction. I know you may look at the numbers and be like, oh, there are less star power players. You will see that this is the way to constantly have two superstars on your team and have players around them that at least give you an opportunity to win every year. But again, I'm going to cut out my video here. Again, if you guys are liking these videos, please like, please subscribe. I'm going to continue to show you how to move forward even from here, and we'll go a couple more seasons in because I want you guys to see every type of transaction you guys will ever see in NBA 2K17. If you guys have anything you guys want me to show you guys or anything else like that, or please let me know. I'm leaving the comment section open. I want to hear back from you guys. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and I'll catch you next time. Enjoy, YouTubers.